Dr. Kenneth Chin. We recently had a patient who presented with bilateral leg claudication, worse in the right leg, and renal insufficiency. We performed an abdominal aortogram and bilateral lower extremity runoff study on the ANOVA system. The abdominal aortogram was followed by a rotational angiogram, which quickly allowed us to visualize the bifurcations of the common femoral arteries with no additional injections other than the single rotational injection. We then followed this with a bolus chase injection and runoff series, and despite the patient's differential blood flow, it allowed us to visualize the entire circulation down to the feet with ease.
I'm Dr. Bob Reinhardt, an interventional radiologist at St. Luke's Hospital in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. I'd like to share with you an interesting case in which I used GE's ANOVA imaging system to perform an emergency bronchial embolization. A 58-year-old woman with known lung cancer was admitted to the ER with massive hemoptysis. Expecting a patient in this condition to be able to hold her breath is unrealistic. And in the back of your mind, there's always the fear that the spinal artery might be involved, which could mean the risk of paralysis if embolization is not properly guided. Performing the angiography on our ANOVA system, I was able to clearly see that the spinal artery was not involved. I could see all the tiny arteries to the lung that were bleeding. I performed embolization on the bronchial artery using 500 to 700 micron spheres. During the procedure, I could actually see the tiny spheres in the artery. Seeing every artery I need to see, knowing that the spinal artery wasn't involved, is a huge relief. But actually being able to see the particles themselves to me was just amazing.
Well, let me tell you about one patient who, she's about 40 years old, and she had a breast carcinoma about 10 years ago. She presents with back pain, had an MRI where somebody had raised the possibility of a fracture through the sacrum. They found that it was not a fracture, but that a very large segment of the sacrum had been eaten out by tumor. Because an ultrasound had been done, we knew that a lot of the tumor mass in the sacrum actually was necrotic. To do the ultrasound fusion with the pre-existing CT scan, we knew where we were in the bone relative to those nerves because we had brought in the CT. But at the same time, we knew exactly where to sample the tumor because we saw the more solid parts in the tumor, and we could avoid the areas that were more necrotic where we wouldn't have had the yield of finding cells. In this patient, we were very easily in the comfort of the ultrasound room. We were able to sample the tissue, avoid the nerves, and be able to prove that indeed this was related to her initial breast carcinoma.